everybody. Welcome to Just Dog 25 Plays The Long Dark. I found a mod that makes the Blizzard eternal in this game. So it is a bit of a challenge. The Blizzard in The Long Dark is the most ruthless weather that can occur. It literally ruins your clothes. It is not suggested to even go outside into it. When people are playing the long dark, if there's a blizzard out there, they stay inside, they huddle down. It is something very difficult to navigate. You can't see anything. It is very fierce. Well, I found a mod that makes it so the blizzard never stops. It is eternal. So within that, I'm going to have figure out how to get through this game and hopefully survive as long as I can with a blizzard happening all the time. I can't just hide indoors. I can't just, work around it. It is just always blizzarding. I wanted to give a shout out to the mod creator Deadman for the Eternal Weather mod, which you can find if you look it up. Also, Digital Zombie and Zeobviouslyfakeacct that created the mod settings mod for the Long Dark. So we're going to go ahead and try this challenge, and I don't think that I'm going to last too long at all. However, we're going to see how far we can actually get in just one moment here. Alright, let's give us a taste of it. Here we go. So thankfully, I was able to start in Milton House. This was my first spawn, so I'm happy to take it. But let's take a look outside. Let's see what's going on as far as the weather's concerned. Yep, as you can see, it's incredibly cold. I can't go anywhere. Thankfully, there are houses to run to, but it is not advised to be out there at all. So I'm going to have to see what is in this starting house, the starting location, and I might as well grab everything because I don't know if I'm going to make it to the next house. Alright, let's take a look. Alright, so within this, I'm going to do this right away. I always love to use a flare. The developers absolutely love to hide things in every nook and cranny in a house, and the items that you find can be small items that are overpowered, right? There could be a revolver hidden right in a corner that you could pass and never see, and then you just don't get a gun until you die in that playthrough. So we don't want that to happen. We are playing on Voyager difficulty. Given the circumstance of the mod, we're going to need a lot of loot for any house that we can actually get to. So I'm going to pick up some of this food. What I'm going to do is, instead of searching the cabinets here, I'm going to make sure to use this flare, the only one that I have, and I don't want to go anywhere because it's cold outside. Use this flare to my advantage and just kind of run around the house and see if there's anything in the nooks and crannies with the flare, and then I'll go back to the obvious locations to pick up items. So that's kind of how we're running it. Pick this up. We got the ominous music. This is an ominous mode. Let's get all this stuff on the ground. That's what I'm using the flare for. Like something like this. If I don't have lighting, I might miss. I do believe it still becomes nighttime. I don't know if the day and night will cycle. I also believe that nighttime during a blizzard is probably going to be GG. Up. Alright. So it's giving me stuff to function. I don't even know what killing wildlife is going to be like, or I don't even know if they are out in a blizzard. I never really go outside in a blizzard in this game, so I don't know if I'll be able to hunt. I don't know if I'm going to get surprise attacked by a bear because I can't see, even though I may know where I'm going. I have no scope for any of that. So let's take a look here. Lily's pancakes, we'll take it. Alright, we want to make some, well, hopefully we'll be able to cook food. We know we want that. God, that picture looks absolutely horrifying. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's run through it. run through it. I think we're good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start back at the beginning of the house. This place didn't have as many nooks and crannies as I was worried about. But we're going to start from the entrance because we want to be thorough. We want to get everything that we can get. So let's go into the kitchen here. We still kind of want to crouch and make sure. Let's take a look at the freezer and the fridge. And don't worry, I will be going out into that blizzard before we know it, because it's not going anywhere. And if all I have is what's in this house to survive, I might not last very long at all. So, let's get it. I'm actually surprised. I'm waiting to see what the clothing looks like as far as all the clothing that I can loot, because the blizzard ruins your clothing, makes it wet and stuff like that. So to have a lot of clothing is definitely going to be even more so a significant boost in my potential to survive here. So let's get it. And there's Kicks Coffee. Everflame, I can use that. I'm not going to be, and I can't make fires outside. That's one of the things. How am I supposed to make a fire outside to heat up a carcass or what have you? And I am carrying this stuff. I mean, obviously we're going to make sure when we leave anywhere to travel as light as possible. Alright, is there anything here? I don't have a hacksaw yet, but we'll see how far we can get. There's salt. I don't know offhand what I can cook at the first cooking level 1. I don't see any skill books in order to kind of pass the time. This might be the perfect mode for that, as long as I have enough to eat and enough to drink. Getting stuff to drink might be difficult. So, let's take a look. See, you see that all the way there? Alright, that's nothing. That's nothing, but yeah, sometimes stuff be hiding like that. Alright, make sure I'm hitting everything. I am glad also to get daytime. Like I said, I don't know if it changes to nighttime the way that this mod's set up, but I am glad to get daytime. I'm going to leave this wood here for now. I really have to think about... Yeah, don't do that. I really have to think about where I'm going and why. Because if I just run out into that blizzard without a plan, then I am not making it at all. Alright, we do have matches. So once this flare runs out, I think we did a pretty good job. We didn't, you know, we didn't really end up finding anything that we'd miss, but you can never be too careful. I'm just getting socks. I'm just getting socks. I don't even care. Like usually I'm sitting there going through these houses, and it's like, oh, hopefully I get the revolver spawn, and it's like I frankly do not care about the revolver spawn because I'm not going to be able to shoot anything outside in that blizzard. So, yeah. We're going to take all this water. Might upset the character, you know, but we're taking it. We're taking it. You can hear the blizzard raging on outside here. Search this drawer. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm hard-pressed to use up these matches, to be honest, if I don't need to. We already cleared the area with the flare, and that's why I did that, because you never know. If you have no way to make fire, and I don't care if you're indoors or outdoors, the quicker the more reliably that you can make a fire, the more reliably you're not going to die. That is one of the big things to know about the long dark for sure. So, got that. I'm not breaking off any cloth yet. Definitely don't want to bust an ankle. Got lots of papers. Got some stacks. Okay, I am not ecstatic with everything that is in this house, knowing that going outside is highly detrimental. What are you? You see that? That might not be, you know, every piece of clothing's important, and I would have missed it. It's the third time I've entered that room. Anything hiding over here? Oh, cardboard box. Alright. Well, we didn't download this mod just to hide the whole time. I don't need to warm up because I've been in the house, thankfully, on Voyager mode. Most indoor areas warm you up regularly. There are tougher difficulties to where it's like, yeah, if you're inside, you still have to have a fire to warm up. Thankfully, I'm not at that space. So let's take a look at our inventory and see what we're working with. Let's get as many clothes as we can on. That's 1.6, that's 0.6. So obviously we're going to throw that on. Alright, we're going to hit this 1.5, 0.8, 0.3. So we want the decent climbing socks, some sportswear. Let's see if we have anything in the sock regimen. This has better protection. We're going to be looking extra long and extra hard at our protection stats because they are going to get challenged. Absolutely. So this is warmer, and it does have better protection. It does have better protection, lower on wind, but I think overall, I'm not an expert in any way, shape, or form. I think overall. So this is not... This is by far an ideal, this is not an ideal clothing setup for what we're going to do. We do have a little bit of scent on us. I don't think I need to worry about wolves in this mode. I'm going to be honest. Like, I really don't think so. We actually don't have too many items from this one house alone. So we are going to step into the blizzard, and I'm going to try to systematically move from house to house. I can barely see out there, but I still want to, in a very organized way, hit each structure to make sure I don't have to re-enter buildings. We want to make the least amount of trips outside as possible, you know, and that absolutely makes sense. So let's go ahead. I guess we run. So I don't have the best map knowledge. You really shouldn't need. I'm going to do something really stupid and open up a mailbox right now. Alright, we're going to try to go, yeah, I know, right across the street. Screw the cars for now. Let's get in here. I might be being over conservative. Thankfully, we still have daytime. I would love to find, like, a lantern for my fuel. Because I really don't want to burn, I really don't want to burn up all of my matches. Let's make sure we're looking at everything. Okay, cardboard box. More coffee. We do have a main house to cook the coffee. Got cloth, so I don't have to spend time ripping cloth up. Let's see if we get some goodies out of this desk. Grape soda, we will take this hat, even though I feel like it's going to fly right off of my head as soon as we go outside. But, hey, you know what? That's showbiz, baby. We got this. We got this. Alright, let's take this cup of coffee. Pre-made, really old cup of coffee somehow does not kill you when you ingest it. I know coffee grows mold in real life, but this is the long dark. It's not real life. Bit of a simulator, but the company itself is like, this is not real life. Do not emulate this game. It is a game. So, and just like not real life, in real life blizzards end. Not so in this video here. All right, let's search in the lockers. Rocking it. How you doing, Cosmic Starling? Cosmic Starling says, hey, how's your Friday going? My Friday is going great. I had a wonderful first week at work. I'm really digging it. I'm trying not to get excited. You know, you start a new job and you end up kind of in the honeymoon phase, right? Everything's so new and fresh. You're generally not tasked with anything particularly challenging. You're still meeting people. They haven't come up with reasons to hate you or antagonize you yet. No, I mean, that sounds defeatist to say, but yeah, no, I try not to get too excited, but I'm definitely glad to be out of retail, that's for sure. From retail to an office job, I consider that a come up. Oh yeah, honeymoon phase. I said that once. I was in a group therapy session and one of the members, it was like a weekly group therapy, and one of the members, and I wasn't trying to be mean, I just thought everybody thought that way. She kept talking about her new job working at a mall selling diamonds, right? And like she was so excited about it, and I wasn't being mean, and like it was like, you know, she started talking about it, and I was, you know, I thought she was in on the thing, like that the honeymoon phase at any new job is the thing. And I was like, yeah, you know, you're still in the honeymoon phase. And she actually got a little upset by that. And I was just like, no, I'm not. I'm not trying to like steal your thunder, and I'm not putting you down. It's like, don't you realize that when you just start a new job, of course everything's shiny, new, and exciting? Like, whatever, you know. I'll shut up. That's it. Right now we're playing the Long Dark, and we are playing, even a lot of the people that regularly stream this game are not aware that there's a mod hidden deep in the internet that I had to fish up, and it makes it so the blizzard, the most brutal weather condition in the game, the blizzard is eternal. So it takes a game where a lot of it's about outdoor survival, and it's like, can't spend much time at all outdoors, and a lot, you know, like you can't go hunting for wolves, can't make a fire outdoors, you know. It's like, what are you gonna do? So it's like a little bit of a challenge. I'm surprised I haven't seen the other, because the Long Dark's all about difficulty. In fact, you would only download mods to make it more difficult. The difficulty is what draws people to the game, because you eventually die no matter how hard you play. It's just how long can you survive given the circumstances. So I'm surprised I haven't seen more playthroughs like this to where it's like outside is effed.
This'll come
That's
handy.
it. But yeah, thank you very much for the kind words, Cosmic Starling. I greatly appreciate it, and I greatly appreciate you. Alright. Just gathering everything that we can, because outside's going to be limited, so we're not going to find much out there. I feel like I went through everything. I want to be thorough. We really need more clothes. Did I? Yeah. I have a lot of water. I really don't want to overload, and it says it is daytime. I was wondering whether or not the weather mod, you know, made it so it's daytime all the time, and thankfully it does not. I want it to turn to nighttime for the added difficulty. So we'll kick it. We don't have any stats that are particularly low. What was that? I held shift and it was like I was climbing up there. Alright, I ain't breaking the game. We do need this. Like I said, some accelerant. Is there anything small hidden around here? It's your first time seeing the Long Dark? It is a great game. I highly recommend it. It has a cult following, and there's a story mode to this game that nobody really plays. And the company that made it is a smaller company, and they made a story game, but they also, as an afterthought, made some sort of like, oh, well, here's a survival sandbox where you can just survive in the game. And people clung to that like a hobo on rice. And, you know, ever since they've been updating it, because it's brutal. It's brutal. It's very cozy. It's beautiful. People love the graphics, and it's actually, believe it or not, it's a very morbid game, but considered a pretty cozy game as well. And no two playthroughs are ever the same. You see how long it is until you die. I have over 200 hours in this game, and I still suck. And then there's people running around with 3,000 hours in this game, and they still find a way. Like having played this game and perfected their skills,
Well, this stuff will come in
for
handy.
3,000 hours, they still find ways to challenge themselves and do challenge runs just to see how long they can survive. That's the game about the Long Dark. And I'm trying not to burn up my matches here. But yeah, I'd highly suggest you look up a lot of the better-known YouTubers on the game, and a lot of reviews of it. I feel like just watching the game, if you've never played it yourself, doesn't do it the full justice. The reviews are much better than I am at explaining like why this game is such a cult phenomenon. Alright, let me see. I know I can get stuff in here, and I didn't thoroughly check the other lock boxes, but I expect just to get Canadian currency and not revolvers. So this game is set in northern Canada, and abandoned regions of northern Canada. Um, and your character was flying over it. There was a geomagnetic storm. The plane crashes, and now you have to survive in this abandoned land with wildlife, terrible storms that usually aren't eternal, but they are right now. And yeah, it's just how long can you survive? There's no way out. There's no way out. You can't beat this game. Even the most experienced, if they find a way to where they have a save file where they can live forever, there's a difficulty that negates that. Yeah, they always have a difficulty out there in game. There's a mode called misery mode. There's a difficulty to where whatever your strategy was to survive forever, now that doesn't work. So yeah, I'm a really big fan. And the community's great as well. It's one of the most accepting communities I've ever seen in a game. We're gonna take this pot, even though now we're at sprain risk, because I want to get it back into the house with the big range stove to start making stuff. Yeah, it's called misery mode, literally. So you're surviving, right? And like, if you survive for a month or something, everybody's gonna yell at me in the videos. Sorry, I haven't come close to being able to really do anything on a misery mode. I've never tried it, but it's like, let's say you're really good at the game and you survive a whole in-game month.
Probably useful.
Suddenly the mode just starts giving you afflictions. Like, it starts giving you diseases every once in a bit, just automatically. Like, it wants to kill you. Right. And there's no NPCs you can find in this mode. Nothing. It's you, wolves that want to eat you, bears, there's a moose, they added a cougar at some, everything just wants to kill you. That's it. It's one of those games. So for me as a streamer, I go from super happy kitty fun time ooh woo to the long dark. You know, it's quite the range. And I think that my own personality and my own human and my soul really is a combination of super happy kitty ooh woo and long and dark, you know, so it all fits for Just Dog 25. There's more water in that toilet. I gotta remember that you take the water out of the toilet and you drink it. That's the thing. So search the freezer. What's up in here? I got plenty of food because the difficulty I'm on, the challenge is, how long is that gonna last me? And I don't even know if I can take a meaningful trip out of this town. Let's grab this book. Yep, delicious. This game puts you through everything just shy of drinking your own urine. But yeah, you got to do a lot of crazy survival stuff when you get down to it. I will light a match in here. I don't want to use up all my matches, but I want to see if there's anything. The developers love to hide like the best items in the game in dark little corners, and if you miss them, you go from a playthrough to where you could have lasted for 3 weeks to like 2 days. It's ridiculous. Alright. You got that. This house, I'm going to say, is cleared. I got to remember that there's water in the toilet for me when I start getting low on water. I also can't mark my map because there is a map marking feature in this game to where if you find charcoal, you can mark a map, and it kind of, like, there is a map with no compass. It's not very useful at all, but you can kind of mark your location. But it has to be good weather out. You can't mark your map in a blizzard. There's a lot of things that... A lot of mechanics that you kind of wouldn't think of, because blizzards don't last long in the non-modded game. Like, yeah, there's a lot of things that you really wouldn't think will no longer have you'll no longer have access to.
Drop any of this gear.
I'm gonna get into a car just to see what it feels like. None of these cars run. I'm so used to in games to where it's like one of the main objectives is get a car running. It's like, nope. Alright, I'll take that. I'll take that. Let's see what's up here. Loot somebody's stuff. Let me put these matches away. Alright, right over here. Fuse. Always check the glove box. I think sometimes, like, the spawns are kind of random, but not fully random. There is a car in this town that sometimes has a gun, which I'd be excited for in the regular game, but I'm not going to go shoot animals out in this. Like, I don't even think it's worth it. Alright, I did the bank. I gotta, because I don't really know this town. I've been through it a lot of times, but it's not burned into my memory, so it's kind of like I do have to stand around and see where I've been and where I gotta go. But I love the coziness. Like, I wish I knew where they got all their weather effect sounds. Where are we at? Rocking and rolling. Rocking and rolling. Alright. Alright, so we went up there. We're probably going to catch hypothermia. I can't go in there. Just keep checking the cars. I forgot to check a bunch of trunks. That's alright. We're just going to be running outside like madmen during the storm of the century. I'm getting... Yeah. She's freezing. I'm getting a lot of flares, which is good to search inside. Did I go the wrong way? Was I in here?
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Alright, no, this is a different house. Okay. Yeah, this pack is... I'm gonna drop... I shouldn't drop anything, really. Alright, let's drink. Let's drink some coffee. Just so we're more efficient on what we're carrying. Get that little energy boost. Cosmic Starling says, I love that you say you suck at the game, but have added a mod to make it exponentially harder. Yeah, I don't know. It's... Like I said, there's so many... Yeah, like, but then there's times where I hop on this game and I get my hiney chewed out by a wolf, like, right away or something, and that's embarrassing. How about this? Ultimately... If I were to call myself good at this game, there are so many people that are better at it than me. Like, I don't know. I highly respect people who've gotten very good at this game. Therefore, I don't say that I'm good at it, because I haven't put 3,000 hours into it. I was just on somebody's stream, this guy Athenon, and he should still be streaming the Long Dark right now, and he's been not only playing the Long Dark for 9 years, but he's been streaming it for 9 years. So that's the staying power for this game for some people. But yeah, it's good. It's cozy enough, but you got to pay attention. Once you get not good at it, once you get okay at it, you know, like, you can definitely stream and play and not have to worry about it. I have Eternal Blizzard on, but I am actually on, like, this game's normal difficulty, so I am getting a lot of stuff. I am going to consider kicking up the heat, so to speak, or turning the heat down even further, right? In this instance, turning that heat down even further by going to a higher difficulty in the near future, just to see.
Okay.
Because right now I'm getting, like, over inundated with stuff, but it's starting to become nighttime. There's more toilet water. First aid kit, let's grab it. That's it. Alright, we are going to focus, because this is also going to be a YouTube VOD, we are going to focus on trying to spend a good amount of time outside. Now, one thing that I know that I can carry out in the blizzard, even though it's a bit of a waste, is a flare. I can't make fires. I can't hold a
Not sure I can carry
torch.
much more.
This might heat me up a little bit. Not. Alright, where are we at? Where are we at? What are we doing? Alright, so that's back where we came from. That's the post office. And we got our main boy house up there. Let's try to hit these. I don't think I went over to these guys yet. It's almost like just gather whatever you can and hunker down in the main house for a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I certainly have not been playing this game for 9 years, but I could understand, you know what I mean? This is an accident from the developers. Like, they made, like, there's tons of attention to detail, and there's people that still learn something new.
I think I can use this.
So it's deep, but it's almost accidentally deep. Like, you know, like the developers were trying to make a story game, and it was just the throwaway additional survivor mode that took off. Like, survival mode. And yes, like an indie studio where it was only a handful of people. Alright, I did go in here, right? Yeah. Yeah, I've been in this one. Alright. Let's head back to the main house and see what I can cook. My character's hungry. It's getting nighttime out. I don't know if the wolves and bears are active. I think they're still active during the blizzard. I don't see any. Get in. That's it. Lucy, I'm home. That's it. We got this. Alright. Let's see if we can start a fire. Use some cash as tinder. I don't know. What's my best tinder? The plug, right? No, the plug's still 80. That's fine. I don't have to use... I can use a lit flare to start it. Okay. I don't have to use accelerant. Let's see if we can get this fire going. So we can hear the soothing sounds of the storm of the century going on outside. There we go. We got the fire rocking and rolling. What can we add to it? Books. Okay. There we go. We do have wood in the other room. That is going to be the problem. That's going to be the problem. Wood. That's going to be a huge problem. That's a... I don't even have to elaborate on that one. Wood's going to be a very significant issue.
It's getting kind of heavy.
Because I can't be out there picking up sticks for extended periods of time. Alright, let's get that. Let's get that. Anything that I could just cook. Rancid rabbit. Maybe it'll feel better once it's cooked. We're just cooking stuff. And I haven't found any books to study while I'm stuck in for the storm. But you can study books. Alright. We'll send something on here. Pop that open. I know, I'm a big fan of wood, and now wood is denied. That's it. No wood. Woodless wonder. In fact, in real life, when there's a big cozy blizzard going on, that's one of the times in life that I most look forward to wood. Just Dog 25, stop. Alright. But nope. Nope, denied. Alright. Here we go. Alright, we can make other coffee. I do want to make some nighty-night tea. I have a lot of water, so I should be able to make a good amount. Yeah, I can make a whole gallon. That's it. Gallon of that, or I make a gallon of coffee. I don't even know what if I'm doing right now is optimal or not. Screaming. The Cosmic Starling says, "How long can you be out in the blizzard before you die?" I could show you the. I could definitely show you the mechanics real quick, and it'll also be good for the video. That's 27 minutes until boiled. That's 19 minutes until ready. So I have this thermometer gauge on the lower left, right? And it's going down very fast right now. There's the thermometer gauge. That starts going down. If I start freezing, I start catching hypothermia, and things just compound. So it's not bad as long as I don't have to be outside for long periods of time. Right now, I purposefully started in a town. Like, I purposefully spawned on an easier difficulty in a place with a lot of shelters. There's places that this game will spawn you where you're in the middle of nowhere, and I didn't want to give myself zero chance to survive. But the point is, all the resources I have right now, they're going to run out. They are going to run out before I know it. This game has a way of leading you into a false sense of security. Like, I'm looking at my oven, and I'm like, oh my god, look at all this food I have. Of course, it's pitch dark. Look at all this food I have. Oh, I have a fire. I'm not going to be able to have a fire for too long. It's like, what do I do? If I stay here and eat all my food and drink all of my water, then my scary ass is going to have to run out into the blizzard, and once this town is fully looted, loot does not respawn. That's another thing about the Long Dark. Like, anything in the world when you start a playthrough is going to eventually disappear. Like, even my clothing, and you see how some of my clothing's wet already? That's something that Blizzard does too, and makes it much less effective, right? But this clothing all has a percentage on it. Eventually, this clothing will deteriorate to nothing. Eventually, the world gets so devoid. Let me see if I can still get this rabbit. Yeah, cooked. I guess we're eating it. But yeah, eventually the world, literally all you'll have left in the world is animals respawn sometimes. And then you gotta keep killing them to eat and get clothes from them, because your clothes are eventually gonna rot. Alright, that's 2 until burned. I saved it. That's it. Alright. That's 28 until burned. I didn't drink that, did I? No, we're taking that. Take it. Take it. Alright, we got all that. We don't have to go to sleep yet. I'm still not confident about the water. So we might as well cook. And then, yeah, my scary ass, I only have some wood. And wood's gonna run out. I mean, I could start, literally, you can start breaking down the furniture for wood. I don't have any tools to make it, you know, like a realistic option, but that's how I might be, man. My character might just slowly die in this house. Because in this game, blizzards are only supposed to last for so long. It's random how long they last, right? Of course, you know, for the added challenge, but this blizzard never ends.
I'm not sure I can
So
carry much more.
I might feel comfortable right now in this house with food and water. Eventually, like I said, not to sound like a broken record, eventually all of that is going to run out, and it's like, where do I go? The blizzard doesn't end. That's it. Alright, we got that. This is going. Let's throw some of our pieces of wood into the fire here. In fact, I don't want to throw both of them in right away, so I don't want to waste. And then one of the most popular tips, like, because people find weird little tricks in this game that probably weren't intended. One of the most popular tips is that with any fire, put enough wood in it for it to last longer than you need it to, right? And then take torches from it, make torches from it. Torches don't work in this mode. For inside, they do. But out in the blizzard, the winds are too strong. It's not going to help me get through in the dark. But for now, we're alright. We're having a little party. I got my friendo Cosmic Starling here. I mean, my character is completely alone, but let's see. I don't have anything that I can make. I don't have acorn grounds, but what about pancakes? It's flour. No, there's some that don't require. Like, I should be able to do this. Oh, because I don't have cooking level 2. Well, if I keep cooking coffee, I'll get there. That's for sure. Where you at? 41 until melted snow? I didn't get any of those tabs to turn bad water into good water. Alright. Let's cook up some of this canned food. Cook up some beans. As the storm rages outside, we're nice and cozy. Literally every night of my life, I look up about 10-hour storm tracks on YouTube, and I sleep to them, whether they're blizzards or thunderstorms or what have you. Yeah, dusty pork. Even this food has like a quality percentage, and yeah, the names change based on like how degraded it is. Right now, I don't have a can opener, so it takes longer to open the cans. Like, it's just like all the interesting little things that this game has in it. I'm just gonna make one of each. We're gonna have a little smorgasbord. My sprain risk was healed because I'm now carrying 1 ounce less from holding that from holding that tomato soup. That's it. No more sprain risk. You put the tomato soup down. Thank you, Long Dark. Yeah. Up, and I think I got the sprain risk back because of how much the empty metal can weighs. Alright, is that ready? This is ready. Let's eat it. I'm too full to eat. Okay. Yeah, I can't eat anything. Well, with tomato soup, it's kind of like a drink, yo. Like, what are we doing? I just want my character to be happy and healthy before they either starve or freeze to death. And there is no other option. Alright, take it. Eat it. No, we'll take it. Alright. Alright, let's figure this out. How many matches do I have? Not enough. I don't want to do a marine flare. Let's see what we can drop, because I'm going to try to go outside. Obviously, it makes sense to stay in the area and stay in this safe house for now, but I got to figure out, like, what am I going to do when the food runs out? So, in order to be effective at possibly doing something not impressive, but in order to try to survive longer than just starving to death in this house, I gotta figure out what my, like what my next destination would be. Maybe just keep bringing shit back here until I die. Like, I don't know. Oh, I forgot to put on the worn baseball cap to help me brave the cold. See what's better. There you go. This toque. Yeah, look at that. Look at that big, nasty, freaking disgusting stain on it. Pop that on there. Let's get it. Oop, we do have gloves. The worst gloves in the game. There we go. That'll help us through the blizzard. Because you can get body part specific, like frostbite and stuff. The Cosmic Starling asks, so I'm assuming you find weapons to kill mooses and wolves? Yes. In lower difficulties, you could find guns. In higher difficulties, there might be 1 or 2 guns in like the entire land of northern Canada, so you may or may not find them unless you really know the game and know where to look. And then the most popular mode is a difficulty called Interloper, where you have to make everything. There are no guns. Your best bet is just to eventually make a bow and arrow out of dried up rabbit guts. You have to like kill rabbits, then you have to find a place to put the guts, let them air dry for like a week or something, and then eventually you can make useful items. And you're just out there like caught with your pants down the entire time. There's no help. Anything that you find is just like scraps. Like, you're just struggling. Except for the people with 3,000 hours in this game, where even Interloper to them is just kind of like they could play it all day, But yeah, it's a survival game. It's good to watch, but I highly suggest giving it a try. There is a mode called Pilgrim Mode where it's actually hard to die, and it's almost like danger is turned off, so you can actually explore the maps and do what you need to do, but I definitely recommend the Long Dark as far as an experience. I don't know how much it costs right now. Alright, we got that. We had it paused. I'd like a central area to drop stuff that I don't need. Because if I'm running, carrying more weight, not only will I not be able to run as far, I will be slower. And so anything cooking wise I can just drop. I'll be slower. And with that, then I'm spending more time out in the blizzard and getting my clothes wet and stuff. So in this mod and challenge specifically, not carrying a bunch of stuff is probably a lot more, beneficial. Because there's some like really highly skilled players to where it's like they don't really worry about weight as much because they know what they're doing. Like they can make up for it. I'm not at that level, number one, and number two in this mode. You want to be as fast as possible out there, like for sure. So I'm gonna have to go out there eventually, and now it's just all about preparation. So, alright, okay, I have this done by weight. Of course, the water is the heaviest, so we're gonna drop half of it. Drop about 52. Drink. We're not carrying old mill flour with us. Can you just eat the flour? Like, that's it. Probably. It's not giving me the option in the menu. Probably doesn't want me to. It's like, that's just weird. I don't know if I'm getting anywhere to make anything. I'll drop the scraps. A lot of it's going to be about speed. Make sure to keep up on my coffee intake. Well, I don't know if these clothes get wet in your backpack or just only if you wear them. Here's a Go Energy. I should slam down an energy shot before I head out into the blizzard. It's like, how fast can you get there? Alright, this stuff, these potatoes, I don't know. I got a decent amount of food, but it's going to be gone eventually. Alright. Are you good? Alright, I'll wait till this boils. Let's take a look around. It's gorgeous. Cardboard box. And I don't have any books to read. There is a book reading mechanic to increase your skills in this game. Ooh, brawl.
Never know. Could end up being useful.
You do never know, and I don't think I'm taking it with me. What's my weight look like? I don't know, but I know this Dusty Pinnacle peach is smashed open. Let's eat it. Yeah. Let's get it. It was kind of a waste, but whatever. Alright, what are you? Filters for a respirator. I've never had that before. Don't know if I'm going to need that in this playthrough. Alright, I'm kind of happy with the inventory. We're also going to want to make sure that we're well rested, because that plays a huge part in how fast you can run as well. Alright, we're taking the water, and then we're going to drop some of the water. And I'm gonna see what else I can loot. Like, that's literally the game right now. Like, we can't go out and play grab ass with the wildlife. You know, we can't go out and frolic in the flowers to collect berries or anything like that. And none of that is accessible. All right, let's hit it. Drop, and we still have houses with water in it. And then this fire, it's like, do I take a torch? It's only got 13 minutes left. I guess I'll take one torch. I can't use it out there, but it'll just be something else to light up houses. Alright, 1 minute left. No need to take charcoal. We gotta head back out there. She's tired. Alright, yeah. We should probably sleep. I don't know the entirety of how the speed buffs work, and it's just the beginning of nighttime, but I feel like if we sleep, overall it can't be really detrimental at this point, because it's nighttime, so we might as well pull out our bedroll If you forget your bedroll, you can't, you know, like you're kind of screwed out of sleep unless you find certain areas. And in harder difficulties, you do not start with a bedroll at all. And I'm loving just how dark it is in here. Let me get, yeah, what am I doing? That's like in real life. It's so dark, you just find yourself, you have no idea where you are, and then you look and you're staring at a wall. Alright, that's good. Let's grab out the bedroll. Look how they just casually, like, put the match down. There we go. That's it. How many hours are we gonna sleep? Let's kick it. I'm gonna do it for 8. I got food. I want her well rested, so that we can see what we can do. And usually, right, what players are used to in this game is usually if you sleep for 8 hours, you're guaranteed for the blizzard to be done. It ain't happening today. Unless there's something wrong with the mod. Nope. Mod's working. Alright, pick you up. It's still dark in here. She's fully rested. Alright, I don't know where I'm going. Well, let's rock and roll. Yeah. Look at all this visibility. Oh my god. And it's probably extra cold because it's nighttime out. I'm about to fall asleep in here. Okay, I didn't check this car before, or else that glove box would have just said empty. Let's check the back seat. Alright. Check the trunk. Nope. Need a pry bar. Now I don't know where I am. And if I lose track of where that big house is, because there's no map. Alright, what's in the trunk? Oh, there's a scarf. Let me get in here. Let's take a look. Yep, my clothes are already starting to get soggy. I don't know, is the scarf even worth it? Yeah, it's better than the toque. Oh my god. This game is long, and this game is dark. Just how I like it. Alright, let's kick it. Alright, where are we at?
Gotta warm up somehow.
Oh no. What are we doing? Well, I'm not going out here, am I? Yeah, my character's gonna start freezing. There's not going to be anything out here. Alright, there's a bridge. I probably just died. Like, effectively. I'm not sure if there'd even be a shelter out here. I'm going to redo it. There's a fence. There's a fence. Can we hop the fence? Can we get over you? Alright, I think there is a farm. There is a farm. Dude, like, look at that. Alright. I think this will work. I don't know if this goes out in a blizzard. Alright, there we go. That's something. Alright. There's a farm. I don't know if I'm near the farmhouse. If you fall in the water, it's basically game over. Where am I? Alright, that's the rocks. I don't want to fall in the water. There we go, there's something. Yeah, this is something, but it ain't gonna protect me. Anything important in here? Oh my gosh. Alright. I'm gonna guess that the farmhouse is somewhere this way, and I'm looking for dark silhouettes in the screen. Where are we at? Madness stuff. Because literally, if if I don't get, at least I hope that I'll see the farm gate and know that I'm going too far. Alright, there's something. There it is, there it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. There it is. Or no, that's just an outside barn. Alright, hopefully there's a... Can I heat up in here? I think I might be able to make a fire in here, but I don't have... Okay, I do have wood. There was reclaimed wood that I should have gathered while I was in the town. And there is a workbench over here. Alright, I'm cold. Let's see if this works at all. More accelerant. It's like, do I want to start a fire if I don't have a lot? There's a pry bar. I can get in the trunks now. Okay. Okay, there's the farm key. Alright, let's see if I can start a fire now. Let's see if it even works that way. We'll use accelerant just to guarantee. And let's check it out. Alright, the Cosmic Starling says, heading to bed, gotta get up early for dog watching. Hope you have a lovely rest of your night stream. Thank you very much, Starling. I appreciate you. Let's go. Bam. Alright, what can we add to this? Add fuel. What's going on, everybody? This is JustDog25 playing the Eternal Blizzard Challenge in the Long Dark. I started out in the town of Milton and I realized that all of my resources were going to run out soon. I was able to get through the darkness, through the blizzard, to the farm. Now I'm hoping that I can get in there. This mode is crazy. Please check out my video of the Endless Blizzard mod. It is absolutely wild and it is a very interesting way to play the Long Dark. Alright, my character's warming up, that's good. So we'll take this food, we can't just stay here. Weird, give me a feather. I don't know when I'm going to be able to use that.
Surrounded by snow and nothing to drink.
Yeah, I want to look at, I always forget to look at my basic crafting. I don't need to do any of that. I can make a tinder plug. No. Alright. I got 1 hour and 54 minutes on here. Let's drink some water. Alright, that's good. So we gotta find that house. Like, we gotta find that farmhouse. Let's get that going, just to put it in. But yeah, we gotta find that farmhouse. And I'm not gonna have... We're not gonna be heated up enough. Like, there's no way that I could heat up enough for it to really even be worth it. We're just gonna have to try to find that farmhouse. Like, I don't know. Alright, where are we at? Let's get in here. Just something that I know we can search.
Oh, so cold.
Oop, nothing in here. Alright, where is the... There it is. Alright, and we got the key. Oh my god, this playthrough is absolutely nuts. I do not, like, there we go. There we go. Yes, I've been around the town of Milton. Yes, I figured that there was a farm, but I swear to you 110%, and there's no reason for me to say anything. It is pure luck that we are here. Alright, these flares are dead. Alright, that's fine, as long as we can start warming up. So I guess, I don't know, until resources run out, we can move between here and the main house. Oh my gosh. Alright. Yeah, and we are if we can find a flare, even though now it's like you want a flare outside too. If we can find a flare, that would be amazing. Oh yeah, yeah, these are 100%. Okay, I'm gonna start with the marine flare. Alright, there's another toilet for water. Obviously we'll take any clothing that we find. I don't like how marine flares don't last long at all. It's like the first time I'm playing Voyager difficulty and the last thing that I want to find is a gun. Like, where's the gun at? Make the game good. Nah, the game's always good. Alright. Let's kick it. We got the sewing kit. Rifle cartridges. There we go. That's better mitts. I could take that. Wires. Alright. All these rifle cartridges, and I don't even really need a rifle. Alright, there's something to read. Want something to read, you know, while the storm passes. Alright, you're out. Dude, I don't want to use all my flares. I know, yeah, this house is like a house unlocked by a key. On this difficulty, it's going to give me plenty of stuff. Also, too, I strongly believe that on higher difficulties, this rickety old farmhouse would not readily have enough heat to just warm you with my limited clothing that I have. So this is actually going to be a great playthrough because we get to experience the eternal blizzard with resources instead of just me running around wildly out in the middle of nowhere and freezing to death like, it's difficult. You know, that could be the video. You guys want that to be the video? It could be the video. Let's do it. Pop this bad boy in Interloper and spawn in Hushed River Valley or Timberwolf Mountain or something and just die over and over again. I don't even have map knowledge of those regions. Dude, I go there, I hate it, and I leave. Or I die, and then just don't click on it again. That's it. Alright, where are we? Is there an... That freaks me out when the game... Like, what are you doing? Like, ugh. Alright. Popping it. Pop, lock, and drop it. There we go. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. I think I've seen, like, so I don't know. With a mode like this, I believe that I have seen, obviously, bunnies in a blizzard, but that's usually when the blizzard starts and I'm already outside. And I know that in this game, whenever you go into what they call a load zone, like going into a house or exiting a house, it has a chance of reconfiguring the wild spawns, like certain ones or all of them or what have you. So it's like with this type of mode, I've been through enough load zones to where I don't know if the game kind of reacts thinking that of course the blizzard's gonna end. I don't know if there's something in the code that just removes the wildlife at that point until the blizzard's over. Like, I'm not sure. But hopefully these questions and more will be answered as we go through this experience. Alright, where are we at? Where are we at? Rifle cartridge.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Yeah, I know, darling. I'm sorry. Alright. We got that. Wonder what it's like outside, man. We got the books. We can start a fire. But I'm usually used to having a big old bundle of sticks to make all my wildest dreams come true, and the fire could last for 6 hours. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's buck wild. Alright, we already looked in there.
This'll come in handy.
We could take this off and just pop it on the stove. I mean, I would still consider the main house in the town to be my main base, and I'm pretty sure that if I don't think too hard about it, I can pick, like, I'm pretty good with direction, like, that I could pick the right direction to just kind of book it and get there, even with all, like, the, you know, even with all of the reduction of sight because of the blizzard. And of course, like, I could go online and, like, you know, like, watch videos or figure out, like, oh, if I run directly from the exit of the farmhouse, does that get me to the edge of the town so I'll know where I'm at? But I'm not doing all that. This is like you know, this is a challenge. This is a challenge run that happens to be on a baby difficulty, but I do plan on playing this on higher difficulties going forward. You know, but we will figure it out. Alright, so one thing is, let me take a peek outside, see what my next step will be.
Kind of heavy.
Pack's getting heavy. I could check over here real quick, because I don't think this, I don't know, I don't think these were what I checked before. Here's a car, or a thing. Yeah, I'm not grabbing a battery. I don't need one. I don't know why I'd grab a battery.
Wait, I'm so cold. I'm warming up a bit.
There's a cloth. And get to know your surroundings 10 feet at a time, but at least know. So I could do those for antibiotics. I think rose hips do antibiotics. I forget what they heal, but I don't know. So, I mean, realistically, if I have food, I have a pry bar, but I don't think that the pry bar does anything in the way of helping you break down wood. That's why if I had a hatchet, I would probably, I'd probably be, a hatchet would be incredibly overpowered in this mode, because wood is just, is one of your biggest disadvantages now. You know, not being able to see outside very well.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Right, break that. Alright. Let's get a drop pile going. I guess in this room. I don't like dropping my drop piles in areas that aren't gonna have, eliminate screen risk. I don't like dropping my stuff in areas that aren't gonna have light before I know it. Alright, we got 7 books. We're going to use that for a fire. The newspapers, we could drop at least a stack of those. This, I'm glad we brought it with us. Glad we brought it with us. That's something that we could use to warm up to if we decide to start a fire, which, to be honest, I think we should. We're not going to need charcoal. I did take that earlier, but and we're not marking anything. So all that charcoal and spray paint. Let's double, triple check to see if we have optimal clothing on, and then any clothing that we don't need to carry, we'll just drop. All right, we did get another one of these. No, we did not. Okay, so nothing's better on that. Does have better protection, and it's not wet. So my question, if I have wet clothes, right, so like in this type of mode you're contending with with clothes that are consistently going to gain wetness, can I air dry them in a house? Like literally swap pairs of clothing, while one set's air drying in a house. That might be a strat. I like to think a bit too deeply about things, but in this game, the strats are almost endless. Especially when you shake it up with a mod. Alright. This is better right here, and yeah, it doesn't deter my speed. So now, what I like to do is, for short runs, right, like, I don't know. What I like to do is optimal clothing. Get your optimal clothing on. We do have time to sew. We probably should see if anything needs to be sewn while we have light in the house. But yeah, get all your optimal clothing on, and then just drop anything that you're not currently wearing, especially if you plan on revisiting that location. That's how I do it. I don't know if things change. Here's a bunch of stuff. And I can't turn these into sticks. Well, yeah, now I know that, but I'm not really good at crafting. I know where there's a workbench now. I'd really like to warm that up. Alright. I want to keep the accelerant on me. It's good that we have this. I don't know what we would use it for. And then, yeah, the one thing we have to do, if we had a cookbook, we would be set, bro. We would be set. We'd be studying like Gordon Ramsay, you know, throwing shrimp on the Barbie, you know, just cruising. Cruising. We wouldn't care. Let that storm rage. We good, bro. We good. Alright, antibiotics. We got antibiotics. We're not going to catch any infections. Let's eat this. It looks tasty. You know, you gotta eat the beef jerky while you can, that's for sure. Alright. Eat a bunch of stuff. It's daytime. Let's see if we want to fix any of our clothing while we still have daytime to do so. Obviously, I don't think that we're reading the book guide because this does not seem to be a playthrough that cares much about guns yet. I haven't seen rabbits, and like I said, I don't know how that spawn mechanic works because we have a mod on that is not a natural setting in the game. So I don't know how the code in the game is responding or misacting because something that the game was not built for is occurring. Alright, yeah, we're gonna see our clothes, and we are going to see if there's anything that we can sew. So like this. We want a better hat, and then we can gather cloth around the house with our time. Well, that's just like in, you know, like in the non-modded game, right? You know, there's a blizzard. Now it's time to play catch up. There we go. We got a good roll on that. You're 77. I dig it. You're 54. But let's see if there's anything in trouble. Probably not, because I put the best clothing on, which you're supposed to do. There's nothing in trouble, but I'll see if we can patch this up a little bit, just to add a little flair. You're at 79. Beautiful. Alright, let's rip you up. Wish this computer would work in here. Can I break down this plank? No, I need a hatchet. A hatchet would be phenomenal. I didn't look in here.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Alright. Usually, yeah, there's painkillers in the tub. I'll take those. Anything on the shelf aside from papers? I definitely gotta get a fire going in here. Definitely gotta get a fire going in here. We didn't look through all the cabinets. Can we get a can opener? I'll take a can opener for 500, Alex. I'll take Aquapur. That's it, and that's how we'll be able to survive. Oats. that's the situation. We're gonna... We shouldn't get warm yet. What we should do is we should sleep. This will give us time in on survival. It'll warm us up so we're not relying on the fire to do that. Sleep, fire, cook, and then head back out into the madness. I think that's the play. And obviously not sleep a whole 8 hours. What sucks is that we're kind of killing daylight, but it seems just as hard to navigate in daylight as it does at nighttime in blizzarding conditions. Let's get that. We do have another toilet full of water, so we ain't got to worry about it. Alright, and we are going to... I don't want to eat the peanut butter because I feel like that calorie amount isn't going to impact us too well. So yeah, the big plan is to eat, sleep, then fire, then we'll head back out and see where else we can reasonably go without being frozen to death within minutes. We did save a flare, so I'd rather use that outside or save it inside if we find another structure, but we're probably going to just head right back to the town. If I can get there. I do not know, and I am not looking it up, which solid direction leads right back to the town. I think I have an idea, but guess what? For the sake of this playthrough, and because it's a skill issue to not have that map knowledge, that's just what we're going to have to deal with. So, that's just what we're going to have to deal with. Alright, so let me throw this on the ground. Let's sleep. Let's sleep. I said sleep. Let's get you going. Come on, we can do this. You can do this. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Alright. I'm going to sleep for... We're going to give it 5 hours, which shouldn't kill the entire day. So it's not a risk, but I would like some daylight if we're heading back to the town. Alright, we survived for a day, 4 hours and 2 minutes in a perpetual blizzard. And yeah, do I even start a fire here? I don't have to. We're gonna try. Let's see whatever's worth taking. We already looted this place for the most part. There's stuff that we're gonna leave to come back here. But if I'm gonna attempt to get back to the town through the blizzard, then I want to make sure that it was worth coming out here. I don't want to just go back to the big house in the town and not have additional loot. Okay, I didn't check this at all. Alright, what we're gonna do is let's light up a match. I don't know how much gunplay is even going to be a factor, as I've been mentioning. There's more flour that can stay here. There's a place to cook here, as long as I remember exactly how to get here. Sack of potatoes. Should probably take some of those with us. It's going to be, yeah, potato, 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 potato. I love that. It's not like, oh, here's 8 potatoes. Nope. You got to look at each and every single one of them. That's how the long dark rolls. Let's rock it. Hot potato. Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew. Boil 'em, mash 'em, boil 'em, boil 'em, boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew. Potatoes. Alright, is there anything that I forgot on this side of the bed? I know I looked through here. Usually there can be something incredibly sneaky hidden under the bed. I'm not going to worry about it. Let's see if we can get back to the town or somewhere else meaningful. While we have starting heat, we have, yeah, let's see if we can drink a cup of coffee. Let's get a little cup of coffee in us. And that, see how that brought up our, brought down our fatigue. And then, yeah, I am going to pop a flare. I am going to pop a flare once we get out there. And I want to see if I can get rabbits. Like, what does the wildlife situation look like? So, Let me see what happens when I go straight from the house. There's the barn. But let me go straight from the house. So here's the fencing. This might have been... Okay. I should have brought those cans of spray paint. Let me drop something here. Dude, I'm like wasting time. Let me drop something here. Drop that. I ain't gonna use that. Alright, tree with the book. We go that way. I don't expect my... Oh, we can get sticks. Yeah, we can get sticks. We can, in fact, collect sticks for the fire. Alright, this tree is very important to me. And there's this tree here. And we're also going to put an indicator here. We're going to put this film here. Drop one thing of film. That's a bit of a marker. Let's do it again. This may be the smartest idea or the dumbest idea that I've had. Hold on. Drop a feather. I don't want to drop that. Oh my god, dude, I'm wasting so much time. People are probably going to be screaming at me. Drop. Alright, we've marked enough trees. If I can get to those trees, there's this tree line. Our character's not freezing yet. And I'm just going to see what we can do. We're going to grab sticks. We're going to stay away from walls. I don't think... Okay, so I remember. This is a big thing to indicate that the house is over there. So I feel like because I came from this way to get there, the town might be over this hill somewhere. And this might have been the way that I went. And I'm hoping that I can remember all of that. There's this towards the town. Are we dead? Alright, what's that? Oh, that's something on my computer screen. Dirty, dead, dirty. Are we getting it? Are we getting it? I don't know. I know we still have some heat. And we're not lost. I believe that if I went left, and back around, I would start getting towards that farm. Thankfully, that farm does have a very big fence around it. I'm pretty sure that I can still get to it right now. I know where I am. This is like a battle of just visualizing where everything is. And I'm pretty sure that I got it. I'm pretty sure that I got it. Okay. I'm not climbing big hills. We're basically doing a perimeter. Oh wow, the wind pushes you. Go figure. We haven't caught into anything particularly bad yet. I'm gonna abide by nature's barriers. I believe, yeah, there we go. There we go. Am I back at the house? I think I'm back at the house. There you go, there's spray paint. I'm actually gonna take it. If there's a random can of spray paint somewhere, yeah, I'm back at the house. Alright. That was kind of... Alright, man, you know, we scooped the area out. We got a little bit more familiar with our surroundings. I think we're starting a fire now because we're not going back to sleep about it. I'll light the fire with this. Alright. Let's get it. Alright. We shouldn't need an accelerant at all? Question mark? Let's start it. Let's start it. Let's get it. Our blizzard friend won't leave us alone.
Come on, little fire.
Come on, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. The roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Let the mother burn. Burn, mother. Burn. Alright. At least 2 hours. I didn't think I was going to see much of sticks during this playthrough. I'm glad to see them. Sticks are just like, they are underrated. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of players that understand, you know, just how potent sticks are, but for the most part, very powerful. Alright, acceptable broth. Is there something? There's nothing that we can make. We can make the broth. Let's cook the broth. We got that, and we'll be able to heat up with it. It's gonna be nighttime. I do want to make another attempt to get back to the town with the stuff that we have now, because we can't just stay in one place. You know how it is with the long dark. Like, if you try to, you can't. And it's not like we're waiting for the blizzard to stop. Alright, ready. Got this nice warm broth that'll warm me up. Speed up the warming process. Let's get that. Yeah. The broth does great. It'll also cure the common cold. Alright, we got that. We're warming up. And then we're gonna try to tackle it out there again. I know there's a way to where a potato takes obnoxiously long. We don't want to put the beans in there. We can make more coffee in there. And if we had another pot, like, yeah, I think just throwing a potato on there, it takes obnoxiously long. What's that, 27%? Yeah, 1 hour until ready. I ain't got that kind of time. And then as far as that one shed with the crafting bench and all that, that's like a little pit stop. It would be nice if that was spaced out, like if that was halfway to the town or something, which now I feel less confident that I'm even going to see the town again, because I have no idea. I was smart enough to just kind of, you know, not stray too far from here, you know, like, we still want to survive. Take it. We ain't burning no cups of coffee. Alright, let's cook something else good. New tomato soup. Heat it up. Cook it. Can I cook a lot of it at once? I mean, if we keep cooking this stuff, we could get cooking level 2, and then we should be able to get all of the ingredients to make pancakes. Beans. Alright. We'll pop some mater soup down there. Alright, we're getting ready. We're getting ready. We're getting charged up to take our next, and hopefully we can get back to the town. I don't know if, you know, I really don't know if I'm waiting. I still want to take torches for inside exploration. I didn't think about that. I was saying, you know, oh, torches are useless because they can't be, yeah, but for inside. And you can craft them down into a stick, I learned not too long ago, and we'll take all the sticks we can get. Alright, where are we at? Past time until ready. Time until ready. Take it. And let's take some torches. And we're gonna head back out there, and we're gonna bet it all. We're gonna bet it all. That's it. This is the challenge, and we're not just gonna sit inside of a frickin' house until we expire. Because that's the thing with the long dark. It's like, oh, well, if I stay here and like I stay here and sit with my resources, then I can break my best record for how long I survived. It's like, yeah, but if you stay here and you're not constantly grabbing things that you need, then you're actually hurting your ability to survive the longest. Alright, let's kick it. I don't think I have another torch. Alright, here's the challenge. Here's what we're doing. We're just gonna go. We're going this way. Going this way. We ain't got too much weight on us. Hopefully I can draw. Dude, I had no idea if that was a drop-off or not. I was expecting my character to just fall off a cliff. I gotta be careful about that. I can't see anything. Alright, that's a lake. I'm not falling into ice during a blizzard. I'm not falling in ice during a blizzard. I'm not falling in ice during a blizzard. I'm not. Okay, I'm not. Another reason to travel light. If you want to make it in this challenge. We're just going straight. We're just going straight. If this region, we should be able to find something. I have no idea where we are. It ain't gonna be GG's. We're getting towards, but what I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna do what I did last time. I'm not gonna, just end up wrapping around. If this is the perimeter, then we're at the mercy of wherever the perimeter for Mountain Town leads us. Thankfully, I could see that red spot that would indicate that we would crack an ankle, but because we're not traveling like crazy, figure it out. Alright, we're not on water. We're not on water. We're going. I guess we'll pick up sticks if we get somewhere where we can actually use them. Might as well pick it up while we're there. Alright, we're moving. Like I said, I'd like to see somebody with like incredible map knowledge take this either on Interloper, or if they're that good, take it on Misery.
Freezing.
Oh, thankfully I didn't crack nothing. Let's get these sticks. Yeah, I don't know if we're dead or not. I have no idea if we're dead or not. Alright, this is going down. And at this point, I could wrap around, I don't think I'm wrapping around, but dude, I can't see. Alright, we're there. We're there. We're there. We're there. We're there. Alright, we made it to the town. Oh my gosh. Are you a house? Yes, we are. Alright, so we're going to take a quick break. Thank you everybody for watching. Feel free to skip ahead, but we're going to take a very quick break, and then we're going to be able to continue this mad experiment. So I will be right back. Please don't go anywhere. Click subscribe. Follow me on Twitch. Love yourself and others, and make sure to be kind to yourself always. I'll be right back. And we are back. Hello. Alright, let's get the game back up. I can't see anything. Alright. Is this a house I've... Wow. Is this a house I've been to before? Of course it is. Okay. This is why we have the torches. This is why we have the torches. I don't know, maybe this is just like a house that looks like the other houses. Yeah, let's grab that. There we go. Hypothermia risk averted. Okay, we haven't been in this boy yet. We only got so much time, so let's rock. Basement. Basement is inaccessible. I'll take you. Got a nice cozy bed up here. Anything. I'm not even picking that hat up. I'm not giving it the time of day right now. Okay, we got that. Don't have this. Who loves orange soda? Kel loves orange soda. Is it true? Mm-hmm. I do. Ooh. Rainbow trout. I know that put our smell up for the wolves that probably don't exist in this with this mod on. Let's grab it. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. Like I said, I just love that sound of the blizzard. Alright, there's another toilet with water. E-stem, in case I'm dying. So the loot table's very forgiving. Alright, we're gonna put this out. I think we're safe enough to see if we can raid another house real quick. See if we can get to the big house. I think I passed this house. No? This has to be the side, like on the side of the town. Look at that. Can you hear that? When you also, yeah, you also get the shuddering and the atmosphere. Like, wow. There's moments in this game that are absolutely gorgeous.
My fingers feel numb.
That's it. Alright. Back in it! How about you? Let's grab one more. Milton House, Mountain Town. Is that a book I can read? I'm gonna have a lot of time to read. Just take a look. It's in a book. Read a rainbow. Cow. Alright, we got one of these here. So we can cook and heat up at this house.
if I can drop any of this gear.
Stuff in here. So what I really need to do is, I wouldn't want to add another mod to this, but like I really do wish, and this torch is almost dead anyway. Let it go out. There you go. Ooh. Getting chills, getting hit with all this sound. Especially good in your earphones. Oh my god. Alright, I don't want to run out. Don't want to run out. Oh, probably something open in the middle of a blizzard. What do you got for me? An arrow. Closest thing to a firearm I've had. I don't know if we should go look for wildlife. Like, what is going on?
It's so cold. Think.
I know, darling. Alright, let's see if we can find the main street again. I really don't think that there's wildlife out here at all. Like, at all. Yeah, that one's boarded up. I think the big house is over here. Oh, we're heading out again. Alright. Let's do it. Here we go. Still a road. Any wolves out here? No wolfy wolves? Think there's a church on the other side of this bridge? Can we make it there? I know that there's some wolf spawns around here, but then again, I'm not on Stalker. And I wonder if the game's behavior changes on Stalker. That even though you go through loading zones with the infinite blizzard, that the animals would still very much so be around. Coming up. Give her a little breather in here. I don't even know what I'm looking for to get popped on my map. Alright, what are you? You're a rock. It's one of the biggest things about the long dark. You end up in situations like this, and then you see something that looks like a house in the distance, and you put yourself almost in danger to get there in hopes that it's shelter, and it's just a rock. It's almost like the devs made sure that a lot of these rocks would look like shelters from far away. Oh, there's a flare. I'm using that. I am using that. There's another flare. We're getting all flared out. Alright, don't go back the way you came. Alright, shine a little light on the subject. Let there be light. Barrier. I think going this way, I would hate to be going back the way that I came, but I don't think I am. What's going on? find a cave. Y'all see anything? Going for it. I'm not even picking up. I should be picking up sticks, but I'm pretty sure that I'm cooked. Oh, there's a rock. Moving forward and right. Trying not to fall off the cliff. Yeah, we're gonna get through this. I think that goes up infinitely. I'm thinking a blizzard, so there's a mechanic. Alright, so this is... I gotta be able to get up here. I don't know what up here is, but I gotta be able to get up here. Alright, what did I do? Alright, yeah, just get down. Just get down. There is a mechanic in this game, even during regular blizzards and not just eternal blizzards, where you can find little nooks and areas where the wind is not a factor. So technically, I believe I could find a little nook where I could make a fire. Of course. Just what I needed. I can find a little nook where I can make a fire where the wind won't blow it out. That would be possibly one of the good techniques to getting through this mode. We're making significant progress. Alright, let me see if I can treat that. Time is of the essence. Like, I don't know how the hell I'm going to treat it. 2 of 2 hours. Sprained wrist. Bandage. 10 minutes. Just eat me. Eat me. Alright. Meds. We have 5 bandages. Use a bandage. I don't need any antiseptic. For pain. For pain. For pain.
Snow if the hypothermia wouldn't kill me.
We got that. Yeah, I know. I don't even know. Even if I went backwards, we'd probably die. Like if I tried to retrace my steps at this point, we would probably die going the other direction anyway. I cannot see anything. My character is so numb that she cannot feel anything. And this is absolutely mesmerizing. Up, and she wants to fall asleep because I gotta run all the time. Where am I? Hey guys, I'm Just Dog 25 and I decided to go ahead and do the Ultimate Blizzard Challenge. It means you get to watch me be incredibly lost the whole time until I die. What's that? Oh my god. Alright, what is this? Alright. On the side of a road. Can I drink coffee to... No, I got a bunch of that. Will that keep me... I know, I have that energy shot. Let me try that. Dude, it's giving me the death music. No death music. We're gonna make it out of here. We got this. Alright, I don't know what's on the side of this. I guess it's this direction. Let me pop the other flare. And if we can get to shelter, then that'll be a miracle, because I have no idea where I am. Absolutely no idea. Alright. Somebody else might know where that is in the Mountain Town map. I feel like we might be crossing to another region. I don't know. All we can do is try. What do you say? Okay, so we're leaving Milton proper. All of our cozy shelters that we planned on just wasting away in. We've gone too far. How am I doing on hypothermia? Running on fumes. What are you? Oh. Like the swirls and stuff made me feel like it would be something. Alright. Can we block wind here? Can we make a fire here? It says block wind. I don't know if a fire would work though. But like I said, it might be a strat to heat up here, but I'm not gonna try it just yet. It's not worth it. We're gonna end up like this guy. My beef jerky. You ever had beef jerky ice cubes? Me neither. That doesn't sound good at all. See, here's the part. Are you a house or are you a rock? Rock. I think we got this. Thankfully, with all the energy drinks and stuff, we can actually run a little bit. Are we making it to a shelter? Dude, this flare's lasting a long time. I dig it. Are the shelters off to the side of the road? I would not know. But I know that we're going to make it. Are they to death or a house? Headache. Okay. I can see if I can take some painkillers for that. Doesn't do anything. There's a headache. Well, yeah, the headache affliction is because of the energy. I don't think it has anything to do with the cold. I probably passed like a few safe houses following this road. I still haven't seen any wildlife. Just going. And thank the God of the Canadian North for this flare. I don't think I'd see anything at all. Alright, there's a car, which isn't always... Alright, try to see if there's anything in this trunk. If there's more flares, it could help us right now. Alright, that might help. Alright, let's take a look at our clothes. Are they just soaked? Yeah. Yeah, our clothes are completely soaked. Completely soaked. We have to find shelter. Oh, there's another Go energy drink. That might be what gets us there. Nothing in the visors. Alright. We gotta keep trucking. Alright. And I do kind of want to peek out at the edges. It's like, cool, I'm following a road, but if I'm passing a shelter, I can follow this route all day and just end up as an icicle. Hypothermia's hit. Hypothermia has hit. Are we going to be able to get somewhere to recover from it? We're going to drink this energy shot against my better judgment. There we go. Yeah, we can run. Dude, there's got to be. What are you? You're a rock, not a house. Alright, Alright, that went out. Do I have another one? I do not. And the torches aren't going to work out here. I actually feel like I could see a little bit freaking better without the thing. Alright, we're up in here. Old-fashioned. That is an amazing piece of clothing to find, especially when all your clothing is wet and in a vehicle. Why does it say that it's frozen? Is that because... Alright, I guess I'll just hold on to it. There we go. Try to warm up with clothes that aren't wet. Is that is this the play? Like, just to get some dry boys on me? I don't know if this is the play. The parka's frozen, even though I found it in a car. Alright, what about you? This is 0.7 and should be dry. Alright. I guess the backpack never gets wet. But we'll still have these clothes, and like I said, I think my, yeah, it's soaking wet. I don't know, just leave it on. Alright. We're thinking too hard. Let's boogie. Yes. Don't go the opposite direction. Any more warm clothes in here? There's a marine flare. The blue shouldn't be as obstructive as the red. Let's just get out of here. Maybe the blue is better than the red flare.
I am too tired to think straight.
I'm about to throw the emergency stem on. What's up, Eternal Grudge? Yeah, I have the Eternal Grudge is in the chat. Eternal Grudge meet Eternal Blizzard. It's a mod created by Deadman. It's on it's not on Nexus. It's on a dedicated Belong Dark mod site where you can just make the weather's always one thing. And I've been playing it safe in the town of Milton, but I know not only is playing it safe, this is on Voyager. Next time I stream this, I think it's going to be at least on Stalker. One thing that I've discovered is I've seen wildlife in a blizzard before, but wildlife spawns change whenever you keep entering loading zones, such as in and out of houses, and I think eventually the game isn't built for eternal blizzard, so what happens is I think just all of the animals just disappear too. So I haven't ran into a single wolf. I think you're coming around the tail end though, but yeah, thank you for stopping in. This is absolutely going to be on YouTube, and I'm going to try to do more of it. I mean, it's Voyager too. I'm used to Stalker, and I know Voyager can be pretty weenie hut juniors when it comes to animal placement, and they're not as aggressive as Stalker, whereas Stalker, there's certain areas to where it's like, they're just everywhere, you know? But I wanted to do this, so like I set up precautions. I started in the town of Milton on Voyager, so that it wasn't brutal, but now that I have, like, this mod, not a lot of people have it. I've only seen, like, one YouTube video of somebody running it. Like, this mod is not... It's easy to get. It was easy to get download and, like, do, but, like, this mod isn't thoroughly explored, so I can't wait to do more with it. And I love the effects. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Let's see if this does anything. Come Probably not. I can't even see. Where am I? I can't see at all. You seeing this? I can't see at all. Am I moving? Is she moving? Yeah, she's moving. I can't see how this is ending well at all. Use the east and probably die even if we were to get somewhere. Are we in a cave? Alright, here's what I'm gonna try. No, it doesn't say. What about up in here? No, it doesn't say. I want to try a fire. Gotta try whatever you can. Just throw an accelerant at it.
I'm gonna lay down and go to sleep right here.
Fireworks. So that's something that you can do in this mode. Let's get warm. Well, with the hypothermia and everything, I don't know if she's gonna make it. If I crouch, does that help? And I can try to cook something that's warming up. Until ready. I don't know, man. I have over 200 hours in this game, but I still suck, and I feel like I messed around. Like I started playing it a while ago, but it's something that I come back to every once in a bit. And while I have about 200 hours in this and that, it's kind of like I'm still not that good at it. I'm gonna drink coffee, or try to. I know I made a bunch of it. But there's a lot of people that are much better than I am at this game. People with 3,000 hours. Alright, I think I die. Oh. Alright, let's see if we can make coffee. Can I sleep for 1 hour? Are we gonna try it? Let's try it. Let's try anything at this point. Oh my god, dude. Over 200 hours, I didn't bring my bedroll with me. I didn't bring my bedroll with me. That's the kicker. That's it. Oh my gosh. Alright. Let's keep trying to make incredible amounts of, do I even have, I should have an empty can. But we just gotta keep making coffee and hope that keeps us alive. Oh my gosh. What have I done? Alright, if we had the bedroll, we wouldn't survive anyway. This is nonsense. Is there anything else in my inventory that would be able to sustain me? I don't believe so. There's coffee. But I guarantee you I'm not. And there we go, we'll get the heat up benefit. But I guarantee you I am not. Oh my gosh. I'm not regenerating health. I'm just going to heat up and we're going to run back out there. I don't know, because if I run, we have even more coffee to slug, or we're just going to be coffee maniacs. No, we are not. Can't do that. Place. We should have an empty can from the soup. I think this is where the journey ends. I think we should run into the long dark. There's no way. There's no way. This is a complete lock. I think we're fading into the long dark. What's over here? Are we in a cave? We'll snuggle up to this survivor who probably had the same idea. Up, there's the gun. Up. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? He had energy on him. He had energy on him. Where is it? Oh, come on. Where are you? Where are you, Go Shot? Dude, come on.
I need to find some place to escape.
I think it's medicine. Yeah, energy drinks are considered medicine in the long dark. I don't have the can. I haven't found... Dude, I've been through like 5 kitchens because I started in Milton. I've been through like 5 kitchens, and I don't even have the can opener. It's too windy to start a fire here. That was that guy's mistake. If he would have moved 20 feet in the other direction, he would have been able to be smart like me. Alright, what's here? I'm not harvesting rose hips right now, thank you very much. There's like a light. Is that just graphical issues? Did that man leave a sleeping bag around here? That's what's messed up, dude. If I didn't lose my bedroll, I don't know. I can't wait to experiment with this. I can't wait to experiment with this challenge more. That's it. That was pretty cool. You know, you ain't cheat. Yeah, cheat death. Yeah, what am I gonna do? But, what's going on, everybody? This is JustDog25. I just had my first run taking the Eternal Blizzard Challenge in the Long Dark. And I gotta say, it totally changes the game. It feels like maybe like the Dark World from Zelda or something. The animals are gone, which I figured out. I guess the game doesn't understand when you're going through loading zones. Like, it's not going to reload in the animals. The animals are gone. It's dark. You can't see anything, right? I could still collect sticks out there, but wood was a lot more scarce to come by. You're going from base to base. It's not very cozy. The sound is always there reminding you that you could die at any minute. Oh my god, the Eternal Blizzard Challenge was a lot of fun. I can't wait to try it on higher difficulties. Follow JustDog25 for more Eternal Blizzard The Long Dark action. Thank you. That's it. So I'm gonna find somebody to raid with my 2 viewers so they get credit for raiding. But, oh my gosh. Thank you for stopping in, Eternal Grudge, for the Eternal Blizzard. Sorry you came in around the tail end, but I greatly appreciate the fact that you clicked on my channel. That's pretty cool. That's all I can hope for. And let me see if somebody else is playing the Long Dark so I can raid into them. I love the Long Dark. I love the community. I don't think anybody else on my thing. Hold on. Let's do it. No commentary. Let's see. Let's see who's up on here. I got Wizzy Wisp. We got me. I'm on there. Can you raid yourself? Reading by the fire. Alright, we're gonna try to raid Dragon Amy. Oh, because if you bash it, you don't get the cans. Okay, yeah, thank you. Like I said, I'm going to try a lot more of this. It's if you Google search Eternal Blizzard or Eternal Weather or something like that, it's a mod made by Deadman. So if you look up the Long Dark Deadman mod, you'll find the website that's not like the commercial Nexus mods where they actually have like, you know, like the very Long Dark dedicated community actually has their own site for mods for the game, and it's called Eternal Weather, but I wanted it to be an Eternal Blizzard. So that's what it is. But yeah, I hate asking for follows, but if you are interested in following my journey a bit longer, feel free to drop me a follow. But if not, thank you so much for hopping into my chat. You know, I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, the intrinsic controls, I got you. Alright, I'm rating. We're rating Dragon Amy, who I haven't seen play this before, so that'll be another long, dark newbie. I consider myself still a newbie even after 200 hours. Let's get it.